on it, I'm on it, on it, I'm on the street. Hustling hard. I'm on it, on it, I'm on it, on it, I'm on the street. Serious grind.
Ugly Paul. Everybody's hats always look better than what mine look on.
I take time. I go out to ball. It's too early for that.
The world, it ain't too early. I had my toboggan on last week.
I broke out the toboggan.
As soon as I put on the Big Homie sweatshirt.
It's too early.
Now
man.
I can't wear it no more. I did it twice, a couple times on the show. I can't wear it at all.
I'm coming. The shirts is coming, man. The shirts is coming.
The merch is coming.
Just
What they saying on there?
No, they just watching. Hey, we like y'all to watch.
Where the merch at?
Fuck your toboggan, Paul.
It looked right. I was about to wear the Browns toboggan. It's like that. You got the helmet on.
That toboggan ain't been like that since last year. Where you get it from?
Probably the corner store.
Corner store is my shit.
That and my beaters and my white tees.
I don't like it sit up too far.
I like it like that.
I like it.
You place it like Adebisi.
I like mine sitting up though.
Yeah.
I like that extra. Sometimes I'll shorten this one to make it like that right there. I gotta hide so much.
I got hair. You know what I mean?
Boy George used to wear shit like that.
Not a toboggan. He had on a fucking.
But I'm saying my point.
He had the hat on. All the niggas wearing it.
Be like this.
I thought he had the hat on that the Alice in Wonderland dude hat. That tall motherfucker.
What I'm saying is his shit used to be like
what the fuck is
this.
those called?
A top hat.
But I thought it was a fedora.
No. Oh, he wore a bunch of different shit under that long ass shit he had.
All I know is that nigga was made up.
He was competing with Cindy Lauper.
Right. That's what he was. He really was.
I thought he was way first.
He was. Yeah, he was. But I was about to say, whoever was hot at that time, that's what the label was doing, making them motherfuckers compete against each other.
Copy rock and roll.
That's what, exactly. And which is crazy. What's even worse is niggas is competing with each other when we are the minority. That's how Lil Homie got smoked in at Roscoe's, P&B. What's his name? P&B Rock?
Yep.
Is that his name?
Yep.
That's the first time I got it right. I be saying everything else but P&B Rock. It's like
man. You out the
NBC,
loop.
Chris.
You old, you out the loop.
R.A.P. Lane.
Jive turkeys.
Jive
Turkey use old ass slang and shit.
But nah, I mean, I be trying to have it right for here at least. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be knowing what I'm talking about, you old fuckers.
Remember my niece Sade was like, Uncle Paul, don't nobody say house party no more. It's kickback.
Right.
It pissed me off. Why the fuck would you call it a kickback? See, it's a house party because it's a party in the house. House party and shit. What the fuck is kickback? You know, you just kickback and you chilling. You know,
I thought a kickback was fucking like a small, like not a big party.
And then 20,000 motherfuckers. You done brought a friend, you brought motherfuckers to my house. And I don't know these 12 motherfuckers you done brought.
You turned into a house party.
Yeah, but the dude was brutal. It was brutal.
That was crazy. I think P&B Rock was wrong. I don't think he was wrong. I think he was stupid. It's a difference. He's stupid because he know where he at, where he from. And then the crazy shit is he constantly talks shit like, yeah, nigga, I'm right here. And I ain't never gonna blah, blah. And I ain't never gonna blah, blah. Nigga, I would be talking shit in another city. Like, we in, I ain't gonna say Carson because they crack on Carson niggas in Cali and shit. They talk shit, but Carson crazy too. You know what I'm saying? But them niggas be like, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. When you get money, I don't care what you do when you getting money. You cannot do the exact same shit. I don't care if you came up as an orange farmer. I don't care if you sold rubber bands and you the new rubber band man. You can't sell rubber bands where you used to sell them when you the nigga that sell, you know, or when you come into money. A lottery ticket winning motherfucker can't kick it around the motherfuckers he used to kick it with unless you create something to have a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't just do the same exact shit when you're coming in the money. You can't be amongst wolves. Bambi can't kick it with the wolves in the wolves' den. Bambi got to be where the fucking other deers are.
But that was completely unexpected though. Like I could see, like I was saying before, I could see like we're gonna catch him when he come down this alley, or we're gonna no. You went right up inside while he's enjoying his meal. You know what I'm saying? Like you came in as a customer. You know what I'm saying? And did this, shot him in the chest, and then on his way falling, you shot him twice in the back after demanding his jewelry. Then you bent down, took his watch, you took his ring, you took his bracelets, and you took everything off of him.
Mark.
Then you gonna run down the street where your dad is waiting. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all pull off, and then you know the stepmom, your dad's girlfriend, you knew about this after the fact. Where you get the jewelry from? You know what I'm saying? You knew about it after the fact, but you didn't say shit. You know what I'm saying? So now you're accessory to the crime and shit like that. Like, she telling.
Crazy to me is, all of that is after seeing Nip get hit. Like, he was really pushing it himself, and that's how he was able to get hit that easy. Nipsey was able to get hit because he was really pushing the bar. Like, he obviously kept enough niggas that had respect around him, that, like, you know, because in some situations, that's like me and you together, and I ain't saying it like me and you because of me and you, but just say me and you together. And I see some niggas, and it's like, if I get into it with Paula, if we hit Paula, and we hit Raw, mind you, if we trip on them niggas and he with Raw, it's gonna be a bigger problem than it should be. He kept niggas around him that used to, but because he was getting comfortable in being in that situation too. Nipsey was comfortable as fuck. The nigga was wild and lightweight. And nobody ever talk about that type shit. He was fighting the nigga at the Grammys or whatever, and he was doing shit at the clubs and shit like that. The nigga was flexing. He was lightweight flexing on niggas. And I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Y'all know I'm right because the shit was in interviews. You know, they was asking, and he couldn't go into the award show, the BET Awards or whatever the fuck, for the fighting and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like that nigga during the time. It wasn't really right then before he passed, but the nigga was flexing. You know how a nigga get right, or a nigga in a situation and he get comfortable.
I can understand.
He was comfortable.
Because it's not like he woke up one day and said, hey, I got money now. Now I got to buy this jewelry and shit. He was having his jewelry before he was on. So he was already rocking that shit. Just like you, when the Run DMC shit, I know you had the Dookie chain on, you know what I'm saying? Or you had the what's that one, the flat one that would get tangled up when you fall asleep on it. That thick ass motherfucker.
Herringbone?
The herringbone. You know what I'm saying? I had that one in the bracelet. You better not go to sleep with that motherfucker on. But we felt comfortable wearing that. You didn't there was an era when you did tuck your chain. You know what I'm saying? But
back in the Run DMC days, I didn't have one. I was still a little nigga.
But you had chain snatchers out there.
It was chain snatchers.
Yeah, but that didn't deter you from wearing your chain.
No.
In your brain, I wish a motherfucker would, especially when you with your niggas.
But it depends though, like, cause it was like, you know, during the Run DMC days, it was like, you know, I was like 5th, 6th grade. But they was already out. But I'm saying, like, when they started wearing the Dookie ropes, I was going to Deshers. So I was in the 5th grade, and then, you know, that's when the Dookie ropes really started during that era. But then it was like, during that time, because niggas was getting dope money. We wasn't, because I was still little. I was a young nigga. But when niggas was selling dope, it was niggas that was robbing niggas more now and taking shit from niggas because how plentiful it was. You know what I mean? The same way dude got hit. Motherfuckers was getting hit there and here, everywhere, because it was
but
that
the
much.
shooting, they don't know if he resisted. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he demanded, give me all your jewelry. They don't know if he resisted it. Like, if you ain't getting shit, or you gave it to him. I mean, no, you didn't give it to him because you took his shit off his body. But to shoot him in the chest and then twice in his back, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because of Harold is that.
But the whole thing is, he should have never been in Roscoe's without no body warmers.
Nigga, they said that was the worst Roscoe's you could be at.
Should have never did it.
And you know that's the worst Roscoe's you could be at. You are fronting. Stop fronting.
What if he been there 28 times? It's like, I always come here.
28 times, he should have never did it.
That would make you comfortable.
He should have been with bodyguards.
That could be your
And whoever was with him should have said, you wearing that? No, man, we need some bodyguards.
But you with a
you
bitch.
inviting mans to the picnic.
And you with your bitch, you gotta be mindful of your personal moves.
Yeah, you gotta be
I'm
mindful.
thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause there's no way in the world. Like, I ain't, you know, we in Columbus. And certain shit hold weight. I'm a respected dude, and the people I know I give respect. That's how you get in, get it. But I would never be even here in Columbus, and everybody know across the, you know, nobody would never know how much money I got. I'm always gonna look good. I ain't gonna never look like, when I'm doing bad, I look like I got shit. That's why I buy shit, so I keep on looking good. So I keep on, so you'll never know, like, oh, he doing bad, or he up. You would never know. I'm never telling nobody no shit like that. Nobody, I'm not gonna, even if Instagram and everything was back then, or in another day, shit, if I wanted to get on Instagram right now and be talking about, I'm not gonna do no shit like that, because I'm not gonna invite that type shit.
You know what I'm saying? I try to keep myself average or regular or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? I never was that flashy dude. I gotta have that belt and it's all shiny. I never felt comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was always a, you know what I'm saying? Like, are they on you for that? You know what I'm saying? Or are they on you for you? You know what I'm saying? Even when I had the Impala, and I tried to throw some rims and shit on that. That didn't do nothing. That didn't do nothing but.
What your Impala was?
6'4". You know what I'm saying?
When you had a 6'4"?
It was the white. It was a cream one, and it had some brown. It had some brown seats and shit. And I used to say peanut butter seats. You know, money. And nigga, it's brown. It's brown.
I'd have bought it from you.
But that didn't do nothing but attract police. It literally attracted police. I done got pulled over like 700 times and never got a ticket. Never. You know what I'm saying? So that attracted that. So that's what made me like, that's the only time I did that. You know what I'm saying? And then I put the rims on something else. You know what I'm saying? It was the gold Dayton one. And then I sold them to Pet for like $500. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I didn't like that attention. You know what I'm saying?
And that's even more reason. You can't wear $1 million worth of good gold and shit. Why the fuck is you just wearing it around the hood?
Some people get that off, like Fat Joe.
Nah, man, he wasn't
I think-
Fat Joe. Fat Joe.
Yeah, that's
had
what I'm
some
saying.
niggas with him.
He got niggas with him right now. He got some niggas with him. He'd have been there with some niggas.
Like, I'm trying to talk for
Cause
him.
a nigga hit your ass in Miami, New York. He get to kick
My
in New York.
empathy is trying to talk for him right now. Like if I'm him, like what if he was putting the neighborhood on? Like I'm putting people on, so
Right.
everybody feel like that's how Fat Joe do.
Yeah.
Fat Joe roll by himself because he done put almost everybody out there.
He don't be by
That's
himself,
the
bro.
thing.
Yeah.
He
don't be by
Oh,
himself.
he really literally.
He doesn't be by himself. He keep niggas, a couple niggas with him. He does not never.
If I put you on, that means everywhere I go, I got niggas with me. Cause I put everybody on.
No.
I did that, but Nipsey was
No.
putting niggas on too.
Put it
That's
like
how
this
he
right
was
here.
able to be
Let's act
tough
out rich
when he
and
thought.
famous, super rich and famous, and right here. You know what I'm saying? And I put you on when you get some dope, and now you the man and shit. Now, when you see me in public, is you gonna fuck with me? Is you gonna let somebody else fuck with me?
Some niggas.
And if you fall off,
and
watch it. And if you fall off, I'm gonna put you back on. You won't let nobody in your crew or
I'm
your
not,
crew
I
or
wouldn't put
nobody's
that.
crew.
I do not expect that out of other niggas. I would not put that burden on you. Like I would always. You my man, and I know you got my back, but I also know that I'm gonna have my back better than you would.
But he never did that to have everybody have his
To
back.
be smart.
It's like, you know, I grew up in the neighborhood. Like, if you grew up on 18th and you got on and you put your boys on and shit, and your boys got their own crews, they don't hang with you every day. So, all these niggas you grew up on 18th, they got their own crews and shit. Ain't nobody in none of them crews gonna fuck with you and shit because you helping them eat.
It's like that to this day.
And then you stay in your own environment.
It's like that to this day, but at the same time,
Like,
You trust him.
I only trust a motherfucker as far as I can throw him.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna put that burden on my nigga now, even though I know a nigga got me. I can look at it, nigga. I can look at you and I know you got me.
Man, he been rocking stuff like that for like at least about like 8 years or whatever. Like before he was on and shit. Like if you look,
But he was going by gang. I bet you before he was on, he was going by gang law. He was doing what he had to do to be able to keep doing it. That's why a nigga be thinking
So that's coming
they got politics.
And
out
I just
there.
think when we was coming up and shit, you know what I'm saying? We didn't say I'm not gonna drive our car that we're proud of. You watched your shit every Friday and shit, just like the fuck I did on Lockbourne. You know what I'm saying? Right next to the Burger King and shit. You did it very slowly. You wiped your shit off. You know what I'm saying? On the outside, so people could drive by and they could see you, and your music was bumping loud and shit. Like that's what you did and shit. So if you had that money back then, you would be rocking. You know what I'm saying? $100,000 worth of shit when you see a bump, you ain't the only person rocking
A couple times that I put that, I could go put a bunch of jewelry on right now.
But when you was fresh and flashy and all that shit,
I still
who'd you hang with? Other fresh and flashy people. So
no,
that made your
no, it was my crew.
So you hung around a bunch of bums?
No, it was just me. Me, literally, I could tell you, me, literally.
He was fresh. Wasn't you fresh? You ain't wearing no name brand
We
shoes.
hung around, but we didn't, like,
He
he wear
wear
steady
Skechers.
though. But I used to be going by myself though, right? Am I wrong or right?
Hell, maybe he was fresh to death. So since you all fresh to death, your fresh to death is nothing.
But when we would come together, it would be out.
Meanwhile, it's a motherfucker over there with some Ugg boots on, you know, some
different.
lug, some
PC.
and he may be looking at you,
PC.
but your something is nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, but I would be dipped out, nigga. That nigga would be dipped off somewhere, nigga. Somewhere we would be, and then we would meet like back, like here or something like that. But I would be up north, nigga. Me and Rube in the car. No crew of niggas with me, no nothing.
It's different, right?
Just in the motherfucking lowrider out north tipping in that bitch.
The word chain snatcher, that was our generation. There was no word, then chain snatcher did not exist until like the 90s. And that's when you had chain
80s,
snatcher.
nigga. It was 80s.
Probably
in our neighborhood.
89. That's when it was like chain snatcher. That's what made motherfuckers when people would run right past you and snatch your shit off and shit. So it ain't this generation and shit.
Yeah, not new.
Motherfuckers was killing people for starter jackets, like I was saying.
It's
and
different.
shit.
The
You know what
cost
I'm
of the
saying?
chains is different.
No, but it's
The
still
cost of the jewelry is different now.
thirst
Niggas
is the
wearing
same. The
$1 million jewelry
Is
now.
the thirst is
Thirst
still
is the same, but you in the hood, $1 million jewelry, you ain't got no security. Niggas
If I can
is
get away with
trying to
this,
do
I
something
know
to you.
this. If it was me, no, I would not do this because I'm older. But I gotta have empathy that if I'm a younger motherfucker, I'ma hear this shit. You don't think somebody told this nigga before? Nigga, you too flashy to be out here. Nigga, I got me.
But
You
they
young.
but
and
a lot
invincible.
but you think
Young and invincible.
nigga, I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah.
Even
Somebody
50, like, cause I'm only
If
using
you
50.
was older.
I'm using 50 as
I never
a
seen 50 and all that
as
bullshit.
a example. But he
That's what
said
he
this
said.
shit.
He
He,
said
will
it.
tell you.
He said, because people was like, they was making these little shit about him, like, yeah, 50 Cent talking about in the club, nigga. And who was it, Fat Joe? It was somebody said, Fat Joe. He said, show me. He said, I'll give you $1,000 if anybody come to me and show me any club picture with them and 50 Cent in it. 50 Cent ain't in the club. 50 Cent's response was, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you know how much the fuck I'm worth? You know what I'm saying? I don't belong
And that's my point.
in the club.
Right
I
there.
don't
That's the
belong
point I'm
in the
making right
street.
there.
I don't belong fucking
That's the
you little
point I was
dirty
making.
bitches. Cause y'all dirty bitches gonna say I raped you or some shit like that. He said I gotta stay in my rich lane and shit. But
That's
he
the
was,
point I'm
he was
making.
an older person. He
Nah,
wasn't-
as a young
wasn't
nigga, he was like
18.
that.
He wasn't 18 with that. When that real money came, you know what I'm saying? That real money came, he's like, whoa, I don't belong out there.
But see, the
Shut
thing
up,
is
that's the
about
point.
But he was so smart. This is what he said.
That's
when
the point.
He was so honest with himself though. Like not the Mariah Carey. What's the one bitch that he fucked? And he's like, I don't want you with shit. You
all
know?
of them, he done hit all
No,
the bitches.
Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox. He was
He
like,
hit her, he
he
hit
was
a
like,
few- he hit a few of them.
he said, I was always ugly.
He kicked
You know
it
what
with
I'm
Nia
saying?
Long too.
He said, what pissed me off is when he would do a show somewhere. He go to his hotel, he unlock the door, and there's 3 naked bitches in there. And he's like, 50 Cent, bitch, my name is Curtis. You know what I'm saying? Even Vivica Fox, 50 Cent. Bitch, you in love with 50 Cent.
But that's
Yeah.
but see that's the
Curtis
whole
was the
thing.
ugly, but he was an older person.
But that ain't the
Bro.
point. What the point I was making about 50 Cent is jewelry. Like he knows from nigga, if you used to hustle,
You know.
you already live like that. Like you're not trying to get robbed or killed
Exactly.
for this shit.
So it's normal.
So you know what I mean. So he ain't gonna wear that big ass Cuban. He got this motherfucking thick.
the real 50
When he go
Cent,
visit his grandma, he probably got a little chain, a little something on, but he ain't got the shit he be
Right.
online
the
with.
real 50 Cent with the little with the knocked out tooth and shit right here. What did he do?
He robbed niggas
he
for their
robbed
chain.
motherfuckers for their chain, and he robbed
Or whatever.
Rakim, you got the chain snatched and shit, and he put it on his own son and took a Polaroid picture of Rakim's chain and shit right here. But did that deter Rakim? No, that's part of your image. That big dookie rope chain, and you gonna have to get you another one and shit. But you got robbed for.
But he robbed that
But
nigga.
how
But
long
see
did
what
he
I'm
rock it
saying.
before
But
he got
see,
robbed?
but see,
you got comfortable.
but see on that, you know, even on
And he was
backstories
young.
when you do any origin shit, Rakim wasn't no sucker, and them niggas was cool with niggas, and
You
niggas.
still wasn't no sucker either.
No, I'm
Pop
not
Smoke
saying
wasn't
that.
no sucker.
But I'm just saying like them niggas was still with niggas
They was
too.
young.
They had bodyguard niggas too, niggas that was hanging with them too,
Pop
and the
Smoke
one
was in the
nigga,
shower.
huh?
Pop Smoke was in the shower.
Yeah,
And
but he
the
told
real-
niggas where he was.
And the real 50 Cent could not fight. That's why your tooth is gone. You ain't no fighter.
But that, you know, we had different niggas in our neighborhood with the name like that, like niggas like a Debo, a couple different Debos.
LL Cool J was. That's why he started lifting weights. That's why LL Cool J is so big now.
But that ain't the
He was
point.
robbing
He
you
wasn't
at this
doing-
point.
He
But
shouldn't
that
have been wearing
the
that
nigga
shit,
shouldn't have
man.
did that shit. That nigga shouldn't have been just
I don't
kicking
know.
it.
And then that's part of your
Exact
character. That's
pricing.
part of your. That's part of your artist, and that's part of your shit. That's like
That
telling
ain't part of being
LL
an
Cool J,
artist.
you can't wear that Kango because
He
people,
don't wear the Kango. I seen him yesterday on.
Now he don't need it no more. But I'm talking about when he was building his brand and building his image. You did not see LL without his Kango and shit.
true.
That's like telling
His
him you
people
cannot
behind the
wear that
scenes told him
because
that.
people would sit up there. No, actually, I thought it was to hide his cone head. That's what I thought
He
it
don't
was.
got a cone. He just got a nice little.
No, his ain't round. It's a cone that goes to it and shit.
Nah, nigga, I just seen it. It ain't. But fuck all that. I'm just saying, when you get to a point,
That's
I don't care what you do.
Run DMC.
Whether you
That's their image.
listen, image or not, it doesn't matter. Your image means you don't have you in public. When them niggas, you don't see Run nowhere on his show
Slaughterhouse.
walking around with his shit.
Slaughterhouse, ENT. Every time we did a show, anytime we did
I
a
had
show,
my jury.
we had menacing motherfuckers with us. That was our image and shit, right? We not a label that you could just, you know what I'm saying? We're no bunch of Kendrick Lamars and all that, right?
It was a
like if you
bunch
cross
of-
this
it was
line,
a couple
if you
of them.
cross this line, there's people that will possibly kill you and shit with this right
Yeah.
here. Our pictures and shit, we wasn't smiling and happy and all that shit right there because that was that hard, right? That was our image. You gotta carry that everywhere you went.
That wasn't the image, nigga. That was real. Now, if you was living the image, now it just so happened
No,
that
I didn't
we
smile
rap.
because of my teeth and shit. The rest of y'all motherfuckers didn't smile and shit because you was trying to be hard and
Because
shit.
that's what the industry called for. But at the exact same time, listen to me though, before you go further. My point is
And
though,
the industry is calling for bling. They even got the,
They're calling- and that's
the
what
jury
niggas-
tester that they be doing on rappers.
yeah,
Every
and
rapper,
it make niggas that's their status quo. Cool. But most of them niggas, if you see some shit on the internet, you only see it on the internet. You're not looking at them niggas when they go to their mom's house or when them niggas just in, you know, niggas usually, like, when I got the Dookie rope, I bought it, not because I was just
the only word
flossing.
in the house.
No, I bought it for promotions. When, at the time, what was going on, what was about to happen, I thought it was time for me to show something bigger.
But as an artist, everywhere you go is promotion. Beyonce was like, she hate getting her hair done and makeup and all that shit. When you see her, when you see her, like, you see her in just a white beater and some shorts on. Her daughter is over there when she was a baby, you know what I'm saying? You got that onesie on that's not connected at the bottom with stains all on it. You're a regular person and shit right here. But for promotion, I gotta put all this shit on. So if you're an artist, if you outside, it's always promotion. And that's part of his promotion. I seen him, he's supposed to be doing all good, but
So what I'm saying is, it ain't about that part of it. I'm saying where he got popped at, if he'd have been in the valley or somewhere, he wouldn't have got popped. Cause them niggas will still do it. Like, it's different protocol out there than how shit go here.
But not-
You might be able to wear $1 million worth of shit and go to Lincoln Park just because certain niggas or motherfuckers ain't doing shit in the exact
But
same
the
way.
mentality of a rapper right now, they did this with Soulja Boy. Remember Soulja Boy got his phone taken and shit and all that shit right there? But Soulja Boy, what they also brought up was Soulja Boy didn't have an inch of jewelry on him. That means your name don't hold no weight when you can't go where you say you welcome
They
at.
robbed that nigga.
They disrespect. He was recording himself and he's like, get the fuck out of here.
That
bitch."
was that one time.
And then-
but he was
when he
being
recorded,
extorted,
he
bro.
said-
He was paying to be around
But
me.
my point is this right here. If you got your jewelry on when cameras is on and you're doing albums and all kind of motherfucking shit and you know what I'm saying, you in your house and all that shit, but when you see you on the street, you ain't got shit on, that's gonna be like, you scared of your own environment that you claim that you run. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality of it is right now. And there's artists who have been clowned for that shit. So that's like, I'm gonna wear my shit wherever because you're supposed to feel like I am the shit.
You don't never want to set the stage for a show. I don't give a fuck. You don't want to set the stage for a show. When you get money, no matter how you get money, you do not want to lose that.
Black
and that
youngster-
nigga was fronting. Dude was just fronting.
Black Youngster is good for this. You will see Black Youngster with $100,000 in a hotel room bouncing on the bed.
In a
doing this
hotel room, yeah.
all by himself. You know what I'm saying? He don't stunt like that nowhere in the fucking hood, but he
Yeah.
keeps that shit. Like, nigga, you in your own house throwing all this money around and shit.
That's
You're
the point I'm
safe.
making.
You're safe, you know what I'm saying? And he'll let, you know what I'm saying? Like, He'll do that right there. You know what I'm saying? But that's once out of a bunch of them and shit.
I just think the family
That's part of your
more
image.
knowledgeable because he didn't get to be what he was trying to be all the way. He was starting and getting there, but you know, I just think, dude, if he would have been a little more mindful of what he was embracing, was about to become, or
But
already
nobody cared about that until he got murdered. But
I mean, because I didn't know who he was, but what I'm saying is he's another MC. To me, it's in the hip hop. It's a hip hop thing for me, and also a young black male. You know, it's many aspects to it. I just think that it's fucked up because dude was trying to be something and he ain't get to be it because he idiotic thoughts.
I think that's something you outgrow because I'm pretty sure it was hundreds and thousands of African Americans that when you saw that Pop Smoke was murdered and you seen him with all the shit and all the money and you brought the advertising and you saying your address and all kind of, this is where I'm at, you know what I mean? And you doing that, you know what I'm saying? You just saw that and you like, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Why he have all that shit, but you still got your shit on. And you continue about your day the same way that this man was murdered, you know what I'm saying, thinking it's not gonna happen to me. Because when you were younger, you thought it's not gonna happen to me.
That nigga had without even really going further, he had no business going there to the way he got killed. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one thing. We could come back and talk about Pop Smoke on another day. But bottom line is, fam he should have been mindful of. That's what I think. He should have been mindful of his surroundings, nigga, because you gotta be mindful of your surroundings. And that's, I mean, you either want to go or you don't want to go. But I think you got to be mindful of your surroundings on the way things go.
His surroundings was people ordering food and eating. That's his surroundings. This motherfucker came out of surroundings. He came into the thing specifically for you with the mask on and every goddamn thing. Now you took me out of my surroundings and shit.
No, your surroundings.
And if you didn't have this
you out here
on,
right now.
If you didn't have this on, nigga, you got some money in your pocket.
Right now, we out here
something.
right now. This is your surroundings. I'm aware. It don't matter if I was sitting here with $1 million worth of jewelry on. Me being older or not, that ain't got shit to do with it. I got $1 million worth of jewelry on.
But
somebody will hit my old ass for that $1 million worth of jewelry.
But they never stopped.
If they think they can get it off.
That never stopped Run DMC from wearing a big gigantic chain.
That
never stopped nobody in Wu-Tang from wearing them big ass goddamn bracelet goddamn thing that had those Iron Man shit.
They do that when they working, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
It's a different place though, my nigga. You ain't seen if you wasn't there, you can't say you seen.
They was robbing people for starter jackets, like I said. Come on now.
I ain't get mine.
You had chain snatchers out there. People was robbing people even back then.
When you got that starter jacket, I
didn't think about robbing.
You got the Jordans. You knew it was a possibility.
No, I didn't care.
Because it was on the news. Motherfuckers were telling you, what's man got his jacket stolen?
But I never assumed that was gonna be me next.
I'm just saying.
A nigga never robbed me for shit.
It was a possibility. So you took that possibility.
There's also a possibility that you can get kidnapped and raped and all kind of shit. You can get shot by a stray bullet. But that was the least thing. That was the least thing you thought of.
A new millionaire, a brand new millionaire.
That was the least thing that you thought of. Even you watch the news and see a stray bullet hit some little girl, you still outside in the dark going over your boy's house or whatever. You still the same thing. No matter what car, people getting drunk driving. We still drive drunk.
If I got a deal, I'm not gonna be in the worst hood I could be in with all my jewelry on at fucking Roscoe's, at Johnson's, at McDonald's, at none of that.
You notice that was Snoop Dogg when he was younger, all the jewelry, Tupac and all that. Right, I ain't gonna say Tupac because he's not here no more. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at all these older people like Jay-Z and them shit, rewind time and put them in that same age,
will have homeboys
they
with
had this shit on them too.
Them niggas will have homeboys with them. So I just feel like
that was a homeboy era, but right now you know what I'm saying. Right now,
it's always the homeboy
everybody
era.
rode Dolo. You know what I'm saying? That's right.
That's not true.
6 deep in the car, it's like y'all some broke motherfuckers.
Niggas never rode.
We rode deep in cars.
We did.
We
had cars.
So $1 million worth of jewelry. I don't know if it was $1 million.
And that's so normal.
I don't care if it was a 20. A nigga hit you for it.
But when you're doing that right there,
unless you are
somebody. You know how many times you're in a room with the people with the same amount of jewelry on them? You know what I'm saying?
You wasn't at Roscoe's with the people that was at the same.
But nobody at Roscoe's with all that jewelry on.
What's the one that got shot in front of the cookie party? He had his jewelry on him.
Everybody in the side of the place didn't, and the niggas that ran up
And
on him didn't have jewelry on.
They weren't even trying to rob him. They just wanted his body. You're like, we want you dead.
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with a robbery, but he had the jewelry on him. He had the
They
watches
wanted
on
that
him.
nigga's jewelry.
Because he got the jewelry. The niggas that wanted him dead because he was able to get into his position. Somewhere in the mix, he was stopping somebody's money. But that's, you know.
Now I just put myself in that other person, the
That's
slain
what I
person's
do.
shoes, because
I think about
we
having
all could have
money.
been in that situation.
I
when
think
we
about
was
having
younger.
money and what I would do.
Even when gold teeth came in, we put the motherfuckers in our bottoms and shit. We did that shit. We had our earrings and shit. You know what I'm saying? We had our gold chain and shit. We had our herringbones and shit. We was fresh as death. We had our George. That could have been us, but then we stopped doing that when we going to a bar or club or McDonald's or something. No, we still rocked how we was because our peers had the same.
We not the
shit we had.
same. We not the same.
You tucked your chain everywhere you went.
Never. You already know I ain't never tucked no chain.
Okay, so somebody could have got
But
you.
we not the same. They would have never got me.
That's how everybody think. That's what he was thinking. And they ain't never. We going to Waffle House and they ain't never gonna get me. That's
But
how we thought.
do Waffle House got brisket?
Dude, the Waffle House got a taste for some greens. I want something different. I mean, some chicken from Marfin's Kitchen when they go and gritty is miss and list, and I want a brisket. I like my cornbread this thick. Pick up the phone, come get this. They got the biggest sandwiches. Ha. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup.
Our famous kitchen. Howard's, we got you. 614-556-2174. It's Halloween, bro.
So if you was the bad guy, that would be your laugh.
Life should be relaxing, but it's not. Sometimes we have to create our own enjoyment with many different creme velour flavors, such as blackberry plum, strawberry rose, peach, and pomegranate mango. Also, don't forget lemon haze and berry beautiful. Remember, kick up your feet and enjoy the taste. Creme velour, draped in period grape.
I'm on it,